Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. I'm going to call this regular town board meeting of the town of LaPointe to order. Big roll call: Mike Anderson.
Here.
Amy Baxter.
Here.
Susan Brenna.
Here.
Samantha Dobson.
Here.
And Glenn Carlson here. We also have our town clerk and our town administrator with us, as well as Harbor Commission and our clerk director and our county board member and members of this public. So is there any public comment? Paul?
Three things. Number one, once again, if you please consider laying off town road personnel and stadium terms, it's going to do the lack of snow in order to save the taxpayers some money. Number two, you can correct the public comment D on the 2/27/24 minutes. Leave the anonymous complaint. Town received it, not from, and they let them know what Alex the other week. Number three, a big shout out and fond farewell to Lori Henderson. She was the town treasurer in the 80s and the 90s, did a fine job, and she'll be greatly missed.
Thank you very much, Paul. Any other public comment? Okay, moving on, administrative reports. We'll start with the town administrator report. Any questions or comments from Mikey?
I just, keep going to those. If you, when time allows you, you went to that management association conference and you said it was good, made connections. I encourage that. That's how you find out what's going on about island.
And Claire, I'll be there.
All right.
Yeah. Good for you.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Public Works Director's report. Thank you, Ben.
I appreciated the odds and ends at the end of the.
Oh, yes.
You can stick around for the agenda items, public works. Here. Okay. Question.
Okay, Murph Supervisor's report. Manager's report. And zoning administrator's report. Accounting report. Police chief's report. Fire department report. And ambulance director's report. Their unanimous consent for placing reports on file.
Yeah.
I forgot one thing though, I missed, our airport was accident free, issue free. It
Again,
only says that, it didn't.
Oh.
I assume it was.
thank you. I would hope so. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Moving on, Public Works, we have an intergovernmental agreement for the Highway Department mutual aid. Have seen that and I did mention that in the on-board meeting memo. I don't see Matt, but does anyone have any questions?
I have a question on the back page. Why does it say on the agenda?
Because there's 15 or 16.
So you're starting with the alphabetically?
This was just
There's four
examples.
sheets that go with it, but it's just a list of all the copies, and so it just stops there, but I have the one for.
Okay.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement between Ashland County and the town of LaPointe for Highway Department mutual aid?
I will make a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement between Ashland County and us, the town of LaPointe, for Highway Department mutual aid.
Oh, second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? And carries. Next, we have a job description to approve for sign installation laborer.
I'll make a motion, we approve the job description for sign installation laborer.
I'll second.
And seconded, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. So, Michael. Sure. We can, if you amend your motion to include posting for the job.
I will amend my motion to include posting for the job of the sign installation laborer.
Great, thank you. Second, that's okay. Any other discussion? Thank you, Michael, for clarifying that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have a posting for the heavy equipment operator. And that was for a temporary $20 an hour, not to exceed 100 hours. Start date of tomorrow and end date of 12/31/24.
I'll make a motion to approve posting for a heavy equipment operator. The start date of 3/13/24 and the end date of 12/31/24.
I will second with discussion.
Moved and seconded, discussion.
For Ben. So what is this for again?
This is the, will, for lack of a better word, tailored position to keep a full-time town employee on the list.
Evan?
It's,
Yeah.
but it's open to anyone who wishes to
Yeah.
apply that means.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next, under parks, we have on the agenda, discussion that has been brought to our attention about the Raymond, property. And the fact that, it has gone quite a long time, not having any plans, for it. And so the real question for the town board right now is, would you like the town administration to pursue, transferring that property back to the Raymonds?
I would in contact with them at all.
Not at all.
I would say contact them and find out what their wishes are. I mean, maybe they'll say, no, we don't want. I don't know. I'm just
I
saying.
think when I was on CAP committee, when it was given to us, and I think when we walked it, a lot of the front is wetlands and there was no place for anybody to park or to build anything. We talked about, ropes courses or something wilderness-like that we could do with it, but it didn't seem like it was
Viable.
viable for making them park.
I guess what I'm thinking, because it's like it's fun now, right now, isn't it? I mean, basically,
There's nothing there.
yeah.
In 2018, I asked the board to budget for a turnaround parking area and turnaround to cut that out. Just because of
It's not doing us any harm, is it?
Well, it's taking money off the tax roll.
Yeah.
Although we don't know, they could turn around and potentially give it to the wilderness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
So
I guess,
that-
I guess what I'm saying is touch base with them and find out
Yeah,
what.
I think that's a good idea.
To say, we didn't do anything yet, and we don't have any plans in the future to do anything with it. And
Sure.
that if they want it back, we're happy to give it to them back,
Is
you know?
that a consensus?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Moving on, posting for parks, position number 1. And these are all in the town board meeting memo.
I'll make a motion for posting for parks position number 1 with a start date of 5/1/24 and an end date of 10/12/24. A posting for parks 2 with a start date at $18 an hour, not to exceed 750 hours with a start date of 5/6/24 and an end date of 9/14/24. Posting for camp host 2 with at $18 an hour, not to exceed 700 hours, but the start date is 5/13/24 and the end date is 9/12/24, and a posting for campground assistant, public works, $15 an hour, not to exceed 600 hours. The start date is 5/17/24, the end date 10/14/24. 24.
I'll second, and with the Parks One position, it'll be $21.60 an hour, not to exceed $900.
Yes.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, the Harbor Commission has decided they're not going to, they don't have time really to put together a credible request for congressionally directed spending for this cycle. And so I suggested to the town administrator or asked him if the Big Bay Town Park Accessibility Project was in shape to put in a request. The deadline for these requests is the 24th of March. So we're just looking for town board authorization for the town administrator to file a request for congressionally directed spending for the Big Bay Town Park Accessibility Project.
I'll make a motion for authorization to file request for congressionally directed spending for Big Bay Town Park Accessibility Project.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
So let's just say that they say, oh, that's a good idea, you guys, go ahead. What are we gonna do then?
Well,
We'll take their money and.
In other words, what, you know,
Thank you very much.
We'll take their money and build it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, is that what the plan is?
that's
That's
the
what the
plan.
request is, yes.
And we're asking them, if I'm not mistaken, for the
maximum.
Yeah.
larger,
Best.
the best. I recall.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we don't-
all right. So there's a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? No opposed?
No,
Oh, you're in favor. Okay.
I'm afraid we're gonna get it.
Well, yeah, there's that.
We have good stairs and a bridge.
Yeah, that, exactly. Okay, motion carries. Moving on, airport stakeholders group. For the airport terminal area master plan. It's been suggested that Paul Wilhelm, Ben Schramm, Ray Hackela, Leslie Mack, and Nick Whitmar, who've all expressed interest, be appointed to the stakeholders group to work with the Bureau of Airports or Bureau of Aeronautics. Was there a motion to appoint these individuals?
I'll make a motion to appoint those individuals, Paul Wilhelm, Ben Trim, Ray Huckla, Leslie Mack, and Nick Widmar to work with the Bureau of Aeronautics.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all for your interest. Next item is the comprehensive plan. Everyone received an email. There are hard copy printouts here. We don't need to spend a lot of time tonight on this. We do have a few other things on the agenda, but as Michael asked in his report, if anybody has any specific changes or suggestions, we're going to plan to vote on this at the March 26th meeting.
I had two I spoke with Michael about when I picked up the agenda. They were both surrounding food, surprise, surprise. And it was just a change of cart from food cart to food wagon. And then just talking about that, but there was another edit that we had discussed and he just already made the vote.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you. Any other comments about the comprehensive plan? We're getting to the end of that long journey.
Mhm.
So thank you all for your patience. Moving on, we have a couple changes to the rental ordinance being proposed. Basically, they both have to do with the same thing, which is just
We lost the audio. It's back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, moving on. We have some Harbor Commission resolutions to adopt. The first one is, and we're doing this before the Harbor Commission is, but we're both going to be doing it, which is, as mentioned in Michael's memo, the ferry line owes the town 3 more years of payments, about $150,000 for the dock reconstruction project. The commission had, in their deliberations and negotiations with the ferry line, an understanding that they were going to assume that debt. And so this is simply the town, if you will, authorizing that assignment and assumption of the debt from that being the ferry line to being the Harbor Commission. So I think we need a motion on that to adopt the assumption and assignment of debt.
I'll make a
With this in your-
motion that we adopt the assignment and assumption of that.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, we have several resolutions to approve tonight. The first is resolution 2024-0312A, which is providing for the issuance, sale, and delivery of $5,374,000 in a general obligation promissory note, Series 2024A of the town of La Pointe. This is regarding the purchase of the Madeline Island Ferry Line. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll move that we approve resolution number 2024-0312A.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? We don't need a roll call, or do you want a roll call? Okay, opposed? Okay. Any abstention? Motion carries. Next is resolution 2024-0312B, and we're going to ask that be tabled. I believe that's the language that they wanted, that we table that resolution until our next regular town board meeting.
Postpone or table.
Postpone.
I'll make a motion that we postpone resolution number 2024-032C until
No.
the,
0312B.
oh,
0312B.
The one that's.
okay. Okay. You want to make the motion?
I'll make a motion that we postpone resolution 2024-0312B.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This next resolution is 2024-0312C for the issuance, sale, and delivery of $3 million of ferry line service system note anticipation notes.
I'll make a motion. Pass resolution 2024-032C.
12. 0312.
Okay. What's wrong with me? Okay, 2024-0312C.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Like a date.
Okay, hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We deleted item 5, the Series D notes, because that we'd already taken care of. So the next resolution is resolution 2024-0312E, providing for the issuance, sale, and delivery of a $600,000 taxable note anticipation note to be used as a line of credit for the Harbor Commission operation of the ferry line. Sir.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2024-0312E.
My second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, next is an authorization to establish 2 interest-bearing accounts at Bremer Bank for debt service reserves and debt service funds. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we establish interest-bearing accounts at Bremer Bank for debt service and debt service funds.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, next item is resolution 2024-0312F to amend the Town of LaPointe 2024 schedule of fees to incorporate the current Madeline Island Ferry Line Inc. local tariff number 33 and the attached parcel delivery rates. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion. We approve resolution 2024-0312F.
A second with discussion.
That's seconded.
I got 2 points of interest.
Okay,
One, they mean the blue bin on for the rates. They have book bin, but
it's book bins.
they don't mean the blue bin on the end of the dock?
No.
Okay. And the second one is that every year that they change these or review them?
You're not.
Interesting.
Anybody who can answer it.
It's every year. Different company.
Okay.
I was just wondering if we could talk, if you, Harbor Commission, could talk to the ferry line about the winter surcharge.
We are talking very light about potentially changing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this, just to clarify, this motion is really for the bond attorney to validate, to have the town board ratify the current rates that we're operating under. In terms of getting the common carrier certificate transferred over to the town and the Harbor Commission from the State Railroad Commission, which is where these rates get ultimately approved. They're expecting new rates. And so probably at, if not our next regular meeting, the one right after that, so early April, we will be looking at new tariff rates. And you saw the list. It's
Yeah.
there's
Huge.
a lot of numbers in there. I have received from Robin her suggestions for changes to the tariffs for next year. I'm putting them into a form for the Harbor Commission to consider them. I believe probably they're going to have a first look at the proposal maybe this Thursday, but then have multiple readings of it for public comment before they make a recommendation to the town board. Then the town board will vote on it, and then from the town board's vote, it goes to the Railroad Commission. So any other questions on that process?
So,
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is the Harbor Wireless, the Bayfield. I'm sorry. Oh, Carol?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this is the Harbor Wireless Network co-location lease agreement with Bayfield Wireless. As you received an email earlier today from Michael. He and the CEO had a long conversation about it, and they're recommending those 3 points that we adopt as a motion. Is there anyone willing to make that motion?
And this will become effective when?
Well, it says,
Essentially we would authorize Bayfield Wireless to begin working on the LaPointe side anytime they want to. We don't have the authority to authorize work on Wakefield side until they acquire the ferry line. But essentially the agreement would become effective in its entirety.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the town chair to sign the Harbor Wireless Network co-location lease agreement with Bayfield Wireless once the purchase of the Madeline Island Ferry Line Inc. is completed and the town gains legal authority to execute the full agreement. The effective date of the lease will be April 1st, 2024. Technical corrections may be made before then. LaPointe further grants permission to Bayfield Wireless to begin work at the LaPointe Harbor property under the terms of the agreement effective March 12th, 2020.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
We're still keeping them at 25 feet though, right? The post as of now.
So the short version of what the TPC got was that state statute overruled local. So it becomes, we do have an ordinance on power siting. And at this point, they would be classified as one class, in which there's no problem whatsoever.
Mhm.
If they go above the current 25 feet, it is possible that they would be classified as a different co-location class and would be subject to a conditional use permit. Depending on who you talk to, they don't anticipate going that high, or if they do for video purposes, then they would come back and we would have to figure out where they fit in to the existing town ordinance and how state statute fits into that.
Because we have a lot of seaplanes that come into that beach, and I would just worry about more height in that location.
That's a good thing to keep in mind if they decide to add video capability at a higher location.
Thank you, Michael. Any other questions or comments? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is just to authorize the town chair, treasurer, and town clerk to execute the numerous financing documents related to the purchase of Miffle. These were mortgages and notices that we've made notices properly. I think you have about 120 places to sign. Yeah. So it's all of those things that we have previously discussed and approved. It's just authorizing us. I think that we
did it correctly.
Yes.
And that's the town chair, the treasurer,
And the town clerk.
and the town clerk. I'll make a motion that we authorize the town chair, the town treasurer, and the clerk to sign the documents as they were just mentioned by Glenn.
A second.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, next item is the library, the community center RFP. Everyone has read, hopefully received and read Lauren's memo. I just like to propose that we authorize them to go ahead and send out an RFP for this project with the understanding that the project will be overseen by a committee appointed by the town board that will include the library director.
Yep, and I think the questions that they had to us, do we have enough data? I think yes. I don't think we need to do another survey.
No.
Before we.
No, and it sounds like, they're talking to the school district.
Right.
Trying to have something that, dovetails with what the school is planning as far as the building.
Mhm. And that's, my question was that we're gonna put emphasis on the gym that she mentioned in partnership with the
Mhm.
school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll be what the consultant that they hire will come up with, right?
Right. Just not that it's gonna be some free,
Other things,
a building aside from the school.
that's the plan. Okay, is there a motion? Do we need a motion, Michael?
The library board would probably appreciate
Okay,
that there's some clarity.
is there enough clarity for us to make a motion? That we authorize them to go forward and send out an RFP to use these grant funds, but that in the RFP that it indicate that the entity that's going to be overseeing the work of the consultant will be a committee appointed by the town board that will include the library director.
I'll make a motion that we approve the RFP with the assumption that the town board will appoint a committee that they will oversee that includes the library director.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? No? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, town hall administration, anything in particular?
Give you a break.
Okay, look forward to the 26th. Okay, and the 9th, yes. Next is vouchers. We have mostly for the town, but also one for the harbor commission.
I will make a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $2,162.65.
Second,
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. And I think I saw something for like $60 for the harbor commission. Okay, we probably don't need to. I think they did something, but I'm not sure that it made it this far. There were like okay.
It
We'll-
wasn't them.
We'll postpone that then if everyone is.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
By consensus. Next item, treasurer's report, and yeah, and Carol had mentioned to me that they are working on that. So we will, is there a motion to postpone the treasurer's report till the next meeting?
I'll make a motion that we postpone the treasurer's report to next meeting.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Let's see, next is we have the regular town board minutes from February 13th. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from February 13th?
I'll make a motion to approve the regular town board meeting from February 13th.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. We need a motion on the regular town board meeting of February 27th with the correction mentioned by Mr. Brummer.
I'll make a motion to approve the regular town board meeting minutes from February 27th with the correction that Paul Bremer mentioned in public comment.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, emergency services. We have an RFP for removal of hazardous trees at the BSB. The only question I would have, Ben, is there is in the RFP, it says must complete the work by July of 2024. Is that by the 1st of July or the end of July? It says by July.
Intention was. Clarify it,
So by July 1st. Okay.
corrected.
Okay. Is there a motion to adopt or approve the RFP with the change to July 1st, 2024?
Make a motion that we approve the request for proposal with the correction of July 1st, 2024.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Ben, who makes the determination whether it's 70 feet? The person that gets the bid or you guys?
It's an estimate by the crew.
By you guys?
Standing there, but nobody's actually,
Would you like paint the tree, the ones that want done, or
they're all marked right.
just to make sure somebody doesn't come in and clear cut it?
They're all linked right now.
Okay.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is we've got a purchase order from the EMTs for training for Officer Williams, which is great. Is there a motion to approve this training?
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase order for Officer Carl Williams EMT training.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment B. Paul.
The next agenda item about the Wilderness Preserve's annual meeting. I would like to state that the Wilderness Preserve is holding its annual meeting in Craftivity, it doesn't say here on the request. I would hope that it's not lost on anyone, that an organization that aims to protect the wilderness being held at the largest commercial enterprise located in Madeline Island and in a W2 low density zone.
Thank you, Paul. Any other public comment? Ben?
The county highway commissioner was trying to zoom in, but able to have a connection, but I'd be happy to answer any questions or any discussion, any questions. Maybe at the next meeting.
Okay, thank you very much.
What was this for the trade?
Mutual aid.
Yeah.
Okay, next is liquor and operators licenses, and this is for the Madeline Island Wilderness Preserve Annual Meeting, May 25th, 2024.
Asking for a one-day picnic license or something.
Yes.
Yep. And it is being held at Craftivity. It does. Okay, so, do we have a motion?
I will make a motion to approve Madeline Island Wilderness Preserve annual meeting for May 25th, 2024 for the license,
Picnic license.
picnic license.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, lawsuits and legal.
Briefs were all filed on February 29th. We've been told we should expect a decision from the Tax Appeals Commission sometime in mid to late.
Thank you. Moving on, new agenda items for future meetings. I know you've got a bunch.
I said,
You sent them, yeah,
treasurer's report.
treasurer's report. The revenue bonds. Be at the next meeting. Okay. And we will have our usual agenda meeting for Wednesday before, so if anyone comes up with anything before then.
Annual meeting, me?
No, the
Agenda meeting.
agenda meeting.
The Wednesday meeting. Before the town board meeting. Okay, moving on, does anyone else have any agenda items? No? Item 14,
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Motion carries, meeting's adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Back home?
Oh. okay. All right. I'm signing all that.
There's some of this to make for signing.
No, not yet.
Okay, all of those.
Okay.
Let me put a little sticker.
Sticker with sign.
Yeah.